If I could juggle. Ooh. If I could juggle. I gotta learn how to juggle, man. I don't know why, but I think, there we go. I remember back in the late 90s. Good to see you again. You know, I remember back in the 1980s and into the 90s when the bar I was working at the time was jammed 3 deep with people sipping unashamedly their bright pink cocktails from martini glasses. The new drink in town that was all the rage back then was the Cosmopolitan. I mean, I could barely keep up making these things. You see, everybody wanted to look cool and sophisticated. How do I do that? Cool. Cool and sophisticated. So I got my pink shirt on because it's Cosmo Friday after all, and I'm gonna shake up a Cosmo for you right here, right now. Yeah. The Cosmopolitan, or Cosmo as people call it, is a drink of disputed origin like so many cocktails. It's believed that it's been made over the years by different bartenders since the 1970s, but really, the Cosmopolitan dates back much earlier, the 1900s, when a similar drink was being made with gin instead of vodka, Cointreau, lemon juice, and replacing the cranberry juice was homemade raspberry syrup. That actually sounds pretty good, doesn't it? You see, back then, they didn't have cranberry juice in the bars, so ingredients were used that would be available at the time. Fast forward now to 1968. It was the company Ocean Spray that wanted to expand their market share and increase sales. So what they did was print a recipe on the side of every carton of cranberry juice for a drink they called the Harpoon. I wonder why it was called the Harpoon. Interesting name. Anyway, the Harpoon was made with vodka, cranberry juice, and a squeeze of fresh lime, and sometimes maybe a splash of soda. That's close to a Cosmopolitan, but still missing some kind of orange liqueur like Cointreau or triple sec. First up is bartender Neil Murray. He claims to have created the Cosmopolitan in 1975 while working at the Cork and Cleaver Steakhouse in Minneapolis. Then there was Cheryl Cook in around 1985 or 86. She's probably the most credited to having created the Cosmopolitan. While working at the Strand restaurant in South Beach, Florida, she basically took a kamikaze and added cranberry juice to it. Her recipe called for lemon-infused vodka, a splash of triple sec, a drop of Rose's lime cordial, and enough cranberry juice to make it have this slight pink hue. As she put it, enough cranberry juice to make it oh so pretty and pink.
Ducky.
At the same time, bartender John Kane was experimenting with a similar ingredient combination in Provincetown, Massachusetts. His story kind of makes sense because Provincetown is located close to a cranberry producing region, and if you're a bartender, why wouldn't you use fresh cranberry juice in your cocktails? Really though, he's the guy that brought the drink west to San Francisco. By this time, the Cosmopolitan was already very popular in gay clubs and bars, and it took a little while to break away and become more mainstream to the masses. By 1987, Toby Cecchini, along with Melissa Huffsmith, working at the Odeon in Manhattan, swapped out the Rose's lime cordial for freshly squeezed lime juice and replaced the triple sec with Cointreau. They stated that the color should be just barely pink, the color of maybe pink lemonade. Finally, Dale DeGraff, and I love this guy. He pretty much did the same thing with the Cosmopolitan, except his garnish was an awesome flamed orange peel, as opposed to a squeezed lemon twist or lime wheel. He was working at the famed Rainbow Room in New York City when he had the pleasure of making a Cosmopolitan for Madonna during a big Grammy party. Lots of press there, with photos being taken of Madonna's seal of approval sipping on her Cosmo. After that, the drink really took off. By the late 1990s, the girls in the hit TV series Sex and the City picked up the Cosmopolitan as their favorite cocktail to be ordered. That's when it really exploded. You know, you can go anywhere in the world today and order up a Cosmo in a bar, and the bartender there will be able to make one, or at least some kind of variation. This is why this cocktail is a modern classic. People know it by name, and bartenders know how to make it. So let's make one, now that you know this complicated, somewhat confusing history of the Cosmopolitan. Let's make a Cosmopolitan. First thing we want to do, we've got our glass filled with chilled ice water. Let's just slide that off to the side. And fill this full of ice. Perfect. Okay, our first ingredient is Absolute Citron. That's our lemon-infused vodka, the same as Cheryl Cook used. And we want 1.5 ounces. Sweet. You could use regular vodka if you haven't got that. It'll be a slightly different drink, but it'll still taste good. Next ingredient is Cointreau. We want 1 ounce. Sweet. Next is some fresh lime juice. We want about 1/2 ounce, okay? So we're just gonna cut that real quick, pop her in our press here, and get 1/2 ounce. I think we're gonna need the whole thing to get 1/2 ounce there, by the looks of it. There we go. That's got lots of juice. And our final ingredient is 100% cranberry juice. There's no sugar added here, and we want 1 ounce. Yeah, look at that. Or if you want, you could use cranberry juice, the Ocean Spray brand. They do use sugar in it, so this is gonna be a lot more tart than if you were to use this. If this is too tart for you, you could always add simple syrup. Anyway, let's pop a lid on and shake this like a cranberry? Nah. Shake it like Sarah Jessica Parker. Ooh, Carrie. Carrie, that's right. Carrie. Remember the movie Carrie? Shake it! We're gonna shake it like a cranberry, baby! Sexy. Oh. Okay, now all we want to do now is just get rid of this and get rid of this ice and strain it out. Oh yeah, look at that. That's wonderful. Sweet. Okay, now, typically you'll just garnish with a lime wheel, but I think we should do Dale DeGroff's wonderful flamed orange peel. What do you think? Okay, let's do it. Let's flame this orange peel. So what we want to do is we just want to cut off like a, I don't know, like a dollar piece of orange, and you want a little bit of the pith in there. And that's where all your oils are. So I need a lighter, and all we want to do is express the oils. Yeah. Now, let's give this thing a shot here. I taste the flamed orange, you know? There's a slight burnt quality which is enhancing the sourness of this drink. Delicious. Make one and have some sex in the city, man. Yeah.
Wait.
Triple sex. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. Man, that's delicious. Make one. Hey, hit the subscribe button, man. Yeah, we can all have flower. Flower power, baby. I'm out of here. Somebody call poison control? Like now?